Good morning, and welcome to another wonderful day in Noble Legacy. And it is a wonderful day. Things have changed. So, everything I said, well, not everything, but a lot of the things I said in the last episode about villagers and recruits has changed quite a bit. I normally record this on a Thursday for my weekend release. Fortunately, I didn't get to do that because last night the update dropped and it's changed quite a lot for a lot, well, it's a lot better. One of the first graphical changes you'll see is our villagers will start carrying things. They've introduced carry poses. So here we have Henry, who is carrying a basket of goods. As is Elizabeth over there, just sitting down. And we have Matthias here carrying a box of stuff into the storehouse. So you can actually see them doing their jobs, which is a really nice change and addition. So your woodcutters will be carrying logs and planks. Your hunters will be carrying their bows around and the animals that they're hunting, and you'll see them carrying that back. Our blacksmiths will be carrying pickaxes and sort of working away. And it just adds that extra depth to the village, which I think is really, really nice. So they're just bringing stuff out of the forge to put in the storeroom. So that's one of the big changes. Just makes your village look more real, bit more depth to it, bit more colour, because you can see the people doing what they're supposed to be doing. The other thing that's changed...
Yeah, how's it going then?
Well, there's a lot that's changed, to be fair. They're talking to me a lot more. If we go into our... You can see at the top left-hand corner, we've got our legacy awaits, we've got to recruit a peasant, because it thinks it's a new game, even though we've been playing this for a couple of weeks now. It does recommend that you start a new save. Thank you. Yeah, it recommends you start a new save, but I like this village. I think we're going to carry on with it as it is, and we'll work out the bits. There is a new start to the campaign, which I will show you now. Right, so here we are in the opening screen. You see me sat in my chair like a lazy sod, as I usually am. So we're going to press new. So we've got the tutorial still, and a few of these are still greyed out, but we've still got the first two, which you can do, which are really good scenarios that teach you a lot about the game. The bit we want to look at is kingdom mode. Custom kingdom's not there yet, but it will be fairly soon, I think. So if we go to kingdom mode, where we had the brother telling us about the areas in the past, we now have a map with all the different areas marked on, all the different villages that you can actually go and visit these, which I haven't in my series yet, but I'm going to. And each one has a different difficulty and different resources that are primary to that area. So there's a couple of easy, there's a couple of medium, and there's a couple of hard. And then you've got just do it your own way. Now each of these villages has a lord in it that you can go and make deals with. You'll eventually be able to trade with. There's a full diplomacy system coming. So where you start is important to a point. I think you probably end up making a village in each of these. As you deal, or you can deal with all the different lords from one village, but it's going to be great. So we'll just carve our own path for now, just to set out, and we'll call it Let's call it Flash 2 just now. So we get a nice new intro.
What if the invasion of England never occurred? Duke William of Normandy lays claim to the English crown. His nobles are divided, and so looks to new blood. William has granted you stewardship of untamed land. Build, prepare, decide. Will you support William's conquest? Or will you alter the course of history forever? The choice is yours. This is your noble legacy.
No pressure though. So here we are, back where we started in the original, right at the start of the series. But we now have a banner to place. So let's quickly get to our starting area, which can be anywhere we like. So I'll just get down this hill a little bit. You can shoot the deer because, again, our inventory's changed a little bit. We have more hotbar spaces to move things round. We also have a cloak that we can have as outerwear because temperature is a thing in the game now. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we've got the time of year, the year number, so it's year number 1, and the temperatures at the bottom of that. So come winter we will want cloaks and capes and things like that for ourselves and our villagers. Let's just get to that flat bit. So on your way to wherever you're going, you can chop down trees, you can pick berries, you can hunt the rabbits and the deer and all the different animals. You can collect resources as you go, basically. So that flat spot over there looks a good idea with those trees. We've got a road handy. So we'll just pick this as a random spot for now. If we want to put a village here, it's actually quite a nice area. So when we go to build now, we have a kingdom banner that we can put down to claim the land as our own. Must be placed on the ground. I thought it was. And there we go. That's our kingdom banner. Now I'm sure you're going to be able to customize that at some point. So you can see our legacy awaits in the top corner. We've got to chop some lumber, which we did anyway. But if we go to our kingdom view now, things have changed a little bit. So the way your village progresses has changed. So you've got to do a little bit more, but that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. We also have a map which we can zoom out on. Again, this is the same as the starting map, so you can zoom in and see where the different areas are and where you are in relation to it. So we are right in the centre. There's our little banner for the area that we've claimed. We start on this hill here. So can't put markers on this yet, but there are, when quests come up, markers will appear on your map. We also have a ledger, which I'll go through in more detail once we get into our main game, and I'll go through the rest of this. But like I said, the main changes are how you start the game with the kingdom banner. So with that in mind, let's go back to our main game. Oh, recruits are available. So we'll see you back in the main game. And there we go. That's how the game starts now. So once you've seen that and you've got where you've picked where you want to be, you do have access to the map at any time with the M key. So you can see where we are between Thornwick and Hillmarch. You start on this hill here. So you can see how far we had to run. But it's just you can actually work out a bit better where you want to start. So we're by this little pond here. And markers that come up. So Henry wants to talk to us about, I think he's lost his axe. But you can see there's a village there, there's a village up there, which we will go and visit in a minute, because I've not been to the villages. The villages were there, but you couldn't do anything with them. Now I think you can. You've got to go and visit them at some point for the diplomacy stuff. It's not in fully, but there is the starts of it. So let's go through some of the other changes. Our village that is now just a hamlet again, because the way your village progresses has changed a little bit. So we need a farmhouse to get back up to village status. I think we were at class as a small town before, but now to get out of being a hamlet we need to have a farmhouse. So the progression's changed a little bit, and again, that's not a bad thing. This screen hasn't really changed very much. We've got mutton, pork, chicken and beef as new ingredients, because we've now got animal husbandry in the game. So you can actually have sheep, pigs and chickens and cows in your farm plots. Which again, we need to research, and we'll get those up and running fairly shortly, because that's what we need to get to the next level. So this screen hasn't changed very much. And we've got a raid coming in, which is another change. Raids are less frequent now, but there are different ways of dealing with them. You don't just have to just find them and fight them. You can bribe them to pay them off. You can give them some goods and negotiate with them so that they take some goods and some coins and leave you alone, or you can fight them. You've got the choice now, and that should come up as a menu when the raid starts. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, we've got enough money to just pay them off if that's what we want to do, but we'll have a look. It also puts up a marker of where they're coming from, which helps a lot. Before we had to sort of run around looking for them, and it tells you roughly which direction they're coming from now. So we'll see again when that raid comes in. We'll see what happens with it. So where were we? Keep the menu. So we've got bandit raid is imminent as a warning. We now have weather in the game, so you can see events in here as well when they happen. That warning's gone. Curious. We also have correspondence. So Henry, our foragers located some interesting berries outside the town. Think they're safe to eat but unsure what to do. Well, we'll accept that. So we can make an excellent wine with them, we can ignore him, or make a mixed berry surprise.
Hey, yeah. How's it
So
going?
let's make a wine. There we go. missed what that banner said.
Hey, yeah. How's it going then?
We also have milestones that we've got to hit. So diplomacy, like I say, isn't in fully yet. They've put the groundwork in for it. Events, make it through the winter. We've got to get to winter. We've got to experience all the weather events, which again we'll have to get through winter for. And we've got to repel a raid, which is allegedly happening soon. And then Chronicles tells us what's happened in our village and when. So, detected bandits, we've collected some rent and taxes from our villagers, and we've paid for upkeep for our buildings. Like I say, diplomacy and edicts will be coming soon. So that's that bit. I'm just looking out for these villagers. And it's raining. Let's go and stand under the pub roof so we're not getting wet. There we go, that'll cheer us up.
A good day, is it?
The other thing that you'll notice in the top left corner, our legacy awaits, we've got to recruit a peasant. Now, I did a whole video on this a couple of days ago about how the recruits work and what you look for and things, and a lot of that has changed. Welcome to the world of doing videos on a developing game, but it's all good. So let's have a look at the recruits now. So we still have the time that we've got to get them, and the different types of villagers. So we get our peasants that do our basic jobs. We've got the tradesmen that can do the more little bit harder jobs. You get the artisans, which are your third tier of recruit, and then you get the nobles that can do anything that you want. So our tradesmen can do miners, smelters, bakers, merchants, that sort of thing. Peasants just do all the basic stuff. Artisans are your blacksmiths, your acolytes, things like that. And nobles, when you see them, they can do anything they want because they're nobles. I think I said that in the last one. The attributes haven't changed, so you've still got the strength, dexterity, aptitude and charisma. So I'll go through them again. Strength is how much they can carry, how much damage they do with weapons. Dexterity is how efficiently they do their jobs. So harvesting, gathering, and that's just changed on me. Aptitude is how well they can do the jobs. So, and how quickly they learn to do them. So for crafting and amounts that they can craft, things like that. And then charisma is how nice they are. But again, the higher the numbers, the better. So if we wanted Eleanor here is a tradesman. She wouldn't be a very good merchant because her charisma is low, but she'd be good at other things. So she'd be good at harvesting and gathering. So maybe I would probably put her as a server, not a server, because again that's like losing money. But a miner would be a good one for her because she's got the high dexterity. Here's one of our artisans, blacksmithing and things. So again, he'd make a good blacksmith because he's got carrying capacity. And he'd also be good at selling things. So that bit hasn't changed very much. The traits that your villagers have changed, and it's a lot easier to see what those traits mean. You only get one now, you used to get two. And the biggest change, there's no requirements for getting villagers in anymore. Before, this used to say like they wanted a tier 2 tavern, or they wanted a farmhouse, or they wanted a house with so much decoration. That's changed. You can just get them in now. So getting your villagers is a lot easier. Where are we with these raids, these bandits? Have they give up? Puddles on the ground. I don't remember seeing puddles before. It's also a nice change. Look at the reflections in the puddles. That's cool. That's a really nice thing where they got the reflections of the people walking past. Yeah, I like that. Sorry, little things. Shinies. Right, where are these raids coming in? Elizabeth would like to speak to me. So, where were we? Visitors haven't changed. They still want to do the different things around your village, and will pay extra for if they can get everything done. It makes them happier, and it helps out the village with reputation and things, because it makes them happy. So, research is another thing that's changed slightly. It looks a lot cleaner now. There's a couple of minor changes. So, one of which is, when you start the game, you now have to research your storehouse and market stall so that you can start selling things. Before that used to just be given to you. Everything else is pretty much the same. Like I say, big difference here is the animal husbandry. So chickens and chicken coops. We can have sheep pens, pig pens and cow pens, to start getting meat in that way as well as just the hunter. But they'll also give us like wool for the weaver, leather for the tanners. So they give all sorts of extra products. Your chickens give you eggs for more recipes in your tavern, for example. Right. So, let's have these bandits give up. Let's go and talk to Elizabeth rather. See what she wants us to. Something's happening that will need our attention. Ah, the peculiar berries again. Let's see if we can find out what that actually said. Success! Made a nice wine and it was truly delightful. Excellent. That's what we want, isn't it? A nice wine. So, the start of the campaign has changed slightly as well. Let's recruit. Let's have a look. Oh, buildings. That's another thing that's changed. Before we made a tier 3 house over here that could have 5 people in it. Pardon. If we look now, we had the 2 beds in, and that was enough. If we look now, we're in this one, house 4. So it can only have 4 people in it now, but this is a little triangle. We need 3 beds. So let's we can place down a single bed. Just place it in this corner for now. And that fixes that problem. So this house now has 3 beds. So it can have 4 people in. So that's another change. The tier 3 before used to have you could have 5 people in it. Now it's just the 4. So Gertrude has lost her house. So let's put her in, not that one, this one. We can stick her in there. So all these houses I'll need to put new beds in, or more beds in. We've got 1 spare spot there. So let's recruit, see who's there. Nobody that I really want. Oh, Albert, Green Thumb. We're going to have a farm soon. So let's get him in. You still have to pay them the coins. And again, we've got 12,000, so we can afford to just give him. Oh, well, there you go. He doesn't want to join us. We'll wait for somebody else that's got green thumb then for the house. So now we've got to replace our kingdom banner. Now, we never had one before, so we can place that now. If you go to other, it's here. Again, I'm sure they're going to make this customizable at some point. And so now we've got to go and see Lady Seraphina de Wern, who is, well, 1100 meters that way. Don't really want to disappear just yet if we've got this bandit raid incoming. But this claims our land. If we look at the map, we've got our little logo there, our banner in Flashholm. That's the name of my village. Don't think I've shown that before, Flashholm. We've got a waypoint over there for some reason. I'm not sure what that is. And that's where we've got to go and see Lady Seraphina. So the map is available all the time. And your waypoints will show up as to where we're going and what you want to do. So that's a lot of the new changes. Actually, no it isn't, because there's more. We can also, if we go to decorations, there's a lot more decorations we can put in now. So we've got flower pots, and we've got decorative pumpkins, a couple of festive bits with it, Christmas coming up, and scarecrows and things for the farms. I think they're new. The outhouses, the lumber stacks, they were all there before. But you've got planters and pots, and we can just place down. Let's place one of these on a table. Oh, I haven't got any ceramics, so I can't place that. Why have I got no ceramics? Strange deer. Right, ceramics. I thought I had some. We've got plenty of clay, but no ceramics. Got lots of bricks. I can see some upgrading coming in my future shortly. Right, I'm not sure what's happening with this bandit raid. The warning's gone. So I think they've changed their mind.
Hey, is it?
Which isn't a terrible thing. Right. Let's go and see one of the villages, and we'll go and talk to Lady Seraphina. And here we are, coming up to the village. You can see a castle there. Got some houses. Because, well, it's a village. Got a nice windmill at the top of the hill there. Carts. Don't know if we can place those. Can we? Can we place carts? Fortifications we've not got yet, no. Dryers, shelves. No, we can't place carts yet. I'm sure that's coming. So you can see the different types of houses that they've put in. Farm crops there. Fortifications that we've not even looked at yet are the guard houses. So where's Lady Seraphina gone? She's over that way. Let's see what she has to say.
How can I be of service? I am the steward appointed by Duke William, granted land by this writ. I have come to make acquaintances and hear of concern.
How delightful to make your acquaintance. I am Lady Seraphina de Warren, and it is my pleasure to welcome you among those who serve Duke William and the future of our realm.
The pleasure is mine.
Such undertakings require more than swords and ships. Armies march on their stomachs, as they say, and I have taken it upon myself to ensure our forces are well provisioned, with grain, meat, and barley.
And Thornvale has your attention.
Quite. Reliable surplus opens doors, steward. Help ensure the flow of provisions, and you will find that goodwill travels faster than any army.
I'll keep that in mind.
That will be all for now. Your time is better spent tending your valley than lingering here. Go. Productivity waits for no one.
So there we go. Sitting on a villager's lap. So let's have a quick look at this castle while we're here. I don't think we can actually get in it very much. It's still, some of this is still work in progress, but you can actually build these yourself once you've got the research done. And we've got orchards and different crops, different tiers of houses. Can't pick the apples off the apple tree, unfortunately. So there you go, this is their wood store by the looks of it. Different types of houses. So yeah, this is one of the pre-made villages. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Gives us something to work towards. Right, so we'd best go home now then. All that way just for that chat. She's gonna come to us. That's nobility for you though, isn't it? I think. Right, back to the village. Oktoberfest has begun. Thought that was more of a German thing than a Normandy thing. I might be wrong. And here we are back at the village. To carry on. So, as a quick recap, our village has changed because we need to do some more things before we can be a village again. So get the farmhouse in, which I'm ready to do. Our ledger has events, weather warnings, weather and warnings that come through there, along with correspondence. Heather needs to see us about a new dish that needs some ingredients. Give them some time. So you can't see that before. Oh, success. Right. We've got our milestones that we need to do to get our kingdom ratings and diplomacy up. And there we go. We've got some more things in here that have happened in the year so far. Our villagers haven't changed on this screen, but the recruits page has. We don't have the requirements anymore, which is good. Research has changed a little bit, and we have the map. Don't know what a waypoint's doing over there. To put a waypoint on the map, you double click it with your left mouse button, so you can set a waypoint wherever you need it. So if you want to go and have a look at Cliffhaven, you could just set a waypoint for it, and it appears on the screen somewhere.
Hey, how's it going then?
And I can't actually see it, but it is there somewhere. And to get rid of it, it's just single click with a mouse. So I'm going to leave it there for just now. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I've gone through the changes that they've made with this update and you've understood them and got on with them. It's a lot of good things. But yes, so a drought has set in. That'll be in my weather warnings. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. It's just a simple click, but it makes a big difference. You can chat to me on Discord. If you check in the description, there's a link to my Discord. And if you've really enjoyed my the videos, there's a link to my Patreon page as well, just to help the channel keep running. So thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Cheerio!